long I've waited? Ask me how long. Ask me.
How long have you waited?
104 years.
And for what have you been waiting 104 years?
I've been waiting for the best country in the world to recognize that one of the worst countries in the world and how much they suck. I'm talking about the frickin' Armenian recognition of the Armenian genocide because America. And I would
now tell us. Now tell us what you really think. Tell us what you really think here. Tell us what you think.
I think God bless the USA. It's about frickin' time.
Now, wait a minute. For those of you out there, our fans, Alex is so excited.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Forget about that. Sure shut up. Shut up. And the reason
donate.
The reason Alex is so excited, fans, is because he's Armenian. Okay? And for 140 years, or 140 years?
104.
104 years, the United States of America has refused to recognize a fact of history called Armenian genocide.
Yep.
Go, Alex.
All right. So we've talked about this previously, but I will talk again because you guys are so awesome. You deserve a recap on history. So much like the Jewish Holocaust, no legitimate scholar disputes the fact of history. It happened. However, Nazis and the real fringe, like real barbaric evil people who want to advance an ulterior agenda, pretend, either downplay it, act as though it wasn't that many. Holocaust.
They deny it. Yeah, they deny it.
Yeah, they're deniers. So and some Holocaust deniers will say, "Oh, a couple people died, but it wasn't that many people." That still exists from Turkey. Turkey killed 1.5 million, not just Armenians, but Greeks, Assyrians, Maronites, a lot of Christian minorities, mostly Armenians, in an ethnic purge because they were Muslim nationalists. And the United States, through circumstances of history, has wanted to maintain a good, cozy relationship with Turkey because they were close to Russia during after World War I, after the Armenian genocide happened. They want to keep tabs on Russia. So that went on for almost 100 years in and of itself. Then they also want to keep close because of Iraq. That was right there.
And as recently as the Kennedy administration, we had intermediate-range ballistic missiles with nuclear tips on them that could actually hit Moscow. And as a matter of fact, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the reason why America kept those good relationships going with Turkey is because during the Cuban Missile Crisis, they thought they would have to be used. And as a matter of fact, they used. Kennedy offered to take them out if Russia would take out their missiles from Cuba. It was a quid pro quo, and they did, by the way.
But getting back, quid pro quo is going to make me go off track. But getting so the Turkish lobby has had a lot of fight. They also really have funneled hundreds of millions of dollars throughout the years to influence politicians and tip it over, and they've usually got the better of justice for many years. However, this year is different because everyone is up to here with Turkey. We are done with Turkey.
We're done with Turkey, now, especially around Thanksgiving time. Especially around Thanksgiving.
It's a good day to be an Armenian.
That's right. Now, roast beef this turkey.
Now it's unlike most people. You'd think I would be celebrating, be happy. I actually got salty because 11 people voted no.
Okay, Rebecca, you're going too fast. You're going too fast for our fans. What happened in the Congress of the United States that you're talking about?
Okay, so I've been following ANCA, Armenian National Community of America, which basically is a nonprofit group that lobbies on behalf of Armenian Americans, and their number one priority ever since their founding has been having the U.S. Congress recognize the Armenian genocide.
Right.
Now, just to put this in full perspective, the one and only president that's ever called it genocide is President Reagan. But that doesn't mean much if a president mentions that in a speech or public relations. There has to be some more official thing than that.
Right.
Also, the Senate hasn't done anything. There's a bill sitting in the Senate right now, sponsored by Bob Menendez, ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, and Ted Cruz. God bless the guy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a very big pessimist very pessimistic because Mitch McConnell is in judge mode. He's not in getting legislation passed. So, I have no idea. It may just die in limbo, and I'll be very sad.
Yeah.
Maybe, but hey, let me at least focus on the House, because that's where it did pass.
Right.
God bless all the people. Even the person who led the charge was Adam Schiff. It was because I have so many problems with Adam Schiff, but he does represent the largest group of Armenians in the United States. In his district.
Yeah.
Glendale, Burbank. So, it's understandable that he, would be the tip of the spear for this issue. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, overwhelming amount of Republicans voted yes for it. And a couple of great ones co-sponsored, like Dan Crenshaw from Texas. He co-sponsored.
Right.
Really great. Really happy to hear that. Now I'm going to start. I didn't celebrate because I was mad at the 11 who voted no and the 3 who voted present. 2 Democrats voted present, 1 Republican. All 11 of those who voted no were Republicans. Mm-hmm. And that hurts. That really hurt. Mm-hmm. And these weren't just, Joe Schmo.
One of them was the older brother of the Vice President of the United States.
That's right, Greg Prince.
Yeah.
And also Mark Meadows, which really hurt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. When I tell people that, conservatives, they're horrified because he is one of top 5 most conservative, depending on your standard of measure, top 5 most conservative people in the House.
Yeah.
Now, there's 2 theories floating around. I haven't confirmed either, but there's 2 theories why they all voted no. One is because they tried to attach some impeachment amendment to the
Right, I heard that.
Because, it's a super popular bill. This is just how the wind was blowing. And it's very common to do that. And obviously the Democrats smacked that down.
Right.
And so out of spite, these 11 people voted no. If that's the case, shame on them. That's pretty low and stupid of them. Because it's literally out of spite. The other theory, and the 2 could be true, they're not mutually exclusive, is that they just are pro-Turkey. I haven't done the research. I haven't seen how much lobbying money Turkey is giving to these particular people.
Yeah,
I have no idea. And it probably is a combination of the 2. We'll see. But I think that what this legislation speaks to me a lot, because it's very much a bipartisan issue. There's no reason to think it's leftist or
it's a fact of history. It's a fact of history. It's not debatable. I mean, it happened. It's
it's not a philosophical thing.
No.
That it's just, do you stand for justice or something else?
Yeah.
So, and then what really ticked me off was, I don't know if those 11 people actually gave a response. I'm sure some of them did. Mm-hmm. None of it was very noteworthy that I can remember. Ilhan Omar, however, she was one of the people that voted present. She abstained from voting. Now, a lot of outlets were actually quite shocked. The New York Times was actually very shocked that she stands up for human rights of the Palestinians. How could she not stand up for the rights of the Armenians? No joke. She actually posted a statement that said, because it's just, there's not a consensus yet. We cannot rush to judgment. The same way there's not a consensus on the Holocaust because some Nazis say it didn't happen. I guess there's not a consensus on that either.
Right.
Yeah. So, that was, obviously it
what do you expect when the American people elect radical Muslims to the Congress of the United States? What do you expect?
I really hope that they use that against her in a primary in the general election. That really is, if she was smart, she would have been like the other 11 Republicans and kept her mouth shut. That's what she should have done.
Right.
Because they probably don't have many Armenians in their districts anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
So it goes on to the Senate, and we'll see.
Well, it's a resolution, so it's not like a law or anything. It's just a declaration.
Oh, so it's a House resolution.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, well, it doesn't need to go to the Senate then.
No, but there's one in the House and there's one in the Senate.
Oh, okay, it's a separate one. Okay, separate
So
one.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm very pessimistic because I think that Mitch McConnell is not in a legislation creating mood. He's in a judge making mood.
No.
So,
No, I know, Alex, you're upset about the 11 Republicans that voted.
I mean, it's 11 to like 420 or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes if you hang around Congress long enough, and you've been there long enough to know that sometimes people simply realize they're out, but they're going to be outvoted, so they say fuck it. That I'm just gonna say fuck you and fuck this, and I don't give a shit.
And I've seen that happen many times with many.
It happens on both sides of the aisle. I mean, that's the way they just get mad, and they just get mad. They're like human beings, you know.
I know, but yeah. I mean, I should let it go because at this point in history, I was alive and I was here and I saw it. So it's like, hey, you know,
it's like Boston winning the World Series twice. Congratulations, Alex.
Hey, thank you. Forget the fact that impeachment happened literally 2 days later.
No, well, not impeachment, but now that we've changed the rules,
we will talk about more later, folks.
Yeah, now that we've changed the rules, we can now impeach a mouse, a church mouse. So, bye bye, Alex.